Oh, this is scary!
Hello, all you wonderful people, and welcome to the scariest and darkest room in my house, my bathroom. Oh man, it smells terrible in here. Gotta get out of here. Ah, yes, the computer room. The moon calls me. I have, for more frightening effect, I'm filming this in the middle of the night. My cover's blown. Lights. There's no AC here in Japan, or at least in this room, so I'm taking this off. I was tagged in an HHN Tag video by Awkward Arsic, and I'm supposed to tell 10 things I like about Halloween Horror Nights, and since I'm a big fan and a former scare actor myself, I'm very, very excited to do that. But first, I'd like to tag some other people. I would like to tag Eric Yates of Behind the Thrills. He's been doing Halloween Horror Nights not as long as I have. I like to see his favorite things and not so favorite things about the event are. And hey, go big or go home. For my second HHN tag, I'd really like Mr. Aiello, one of the creative directors of Halloween Horror Nights in Orlando, to give an HHN tag. I don't think it's possible. I don't think it's going to happen, but I would really like it. Done with the bit. No more bit. It's hot. Okay, so the first question is, how many years have you been attending Halloween Horror Nights? Well, I've been going since 1995. Since 2007. Think. So I went to Halloween Horror Nights in Florida for 19 years, and I've done Japan for 2 years, so I've gone for 21 years. Bingo bongo, that's a lucky number right there. Number 2, what is the best memory at HHN? Well, that's easy. Back in 1995, they had Universal's House of Horrors. It's my first time going. I was a young, impressionable child, and I was like, they have a Frankenstein house, or at least part of the house is Frankenstein, because this is back when you go one way and you'd see, I think it was the Mummy, and then the other side was Frankenstein. They met at the middle, and then there was like Dracula, and then the creature from the Black Lagoon. I think it's been a very, very long time, so I don't remember. But I remember walking in and saying, oh, let's go Frankenstein side, because I know Frankenstein. Frankenstein is just a misunderstood monster. I mean, he doesn't kill because he wants to. He's just misunderstood. My dad said, that's a great idea. Why don't you go tell him that? We walked down this hallway. There's all these scary things around there. You're in a mad scientist lab. You're in Dr. Frankenstein's lab. And then all of a sudden, there's Frankenstein sitting behind a jail cell. This is my first experience with a scare actor. Before we walked in, it was early, so there were no scare actors walking around the street. So I did not know what to expect. So my dad said, go talk to him. By the way, this is we were grouped. So there was only like 8 people in a group. I was leading the group because brave, have no fear. What could be so scary? We walk up to the cage, and I'm like, hey, Mr. And he breaks through the cage and comes at me. I start crying. But it started my enjoyment of the event and getting scared and eventually becoming a Halloween Horror Nights scare actor. Number 3 is a very loaded question. It's if you could attend one maze for the rest of your life, which maze would it be? I'd like to go with either Run from 2001, but only the first half because it seemed very dynamic. Like you could go into parts that were dead ends or parts where you're just looping around because it was an actual maze, and some scare actors would tell you to go this way or go that way. But at the end, it turned into a traditional haunted house where you're walking down a straight line and people are spraying air hoses and stuff at you. So the ending is pretty lame. Or maybe Nightmare Creatures 2, because that used the entirety of the confrontation ride. You actually walked through where King Kong destroyed the New York Bridge and over where he picked up the train. So you actually walk by and all these explosions are going off. Well, scare actors are trying to scare you. It's half ride, half attraction. I wish they could do that again. I mean, they do that out here at Halloween Horror Nights in Japan. They actually change the rides into haunted houses, or they change the rides completely. I mean, they made Back to the Future into the Grudge meets Back to the Future crossover. It was crazy. That was absolutely crazy. So I think maybe that, or Biohazard the Real, where they gave you guns and you were walking through the haunted house. That was really interactive. I thought that was amazing. Okay, number 4. What is your favorite scare actor moment? I think my favorite scare actor moment was when my friend and I were going through Ship of Screams, which is 2003. There was a scare actor that popped out at us like a normal thing. This lady had a water bottle in her hand. Just in her hand, and the guy took it and said, I'll take that, and then went back to his scare hole. I think it was empty, so he just took it out of her hands and just walked away. Not really sure if he was supposed to do that, but it was pretty funny. Number 5, I've never been to California. Bill and Ted's Excellent Halloween Adventure, or the Jabbawockeez.
I think the Jabbawockeez are lame, but I would definitely go with Bill and Ted's excellent Halloween adventure. Number 6, if I could change any scene in a maze, what would I change it to? That would require me to help design the mazes. I mean, like, I think that Psycho Scarapy Home Comes Home for Holidays was absolutely perfect. Like, it was a winter wonderland attacked by crazy people, and like their version of Christmas, murdering and destroying property. I think that's pretty clever. I wish I could have more of that. You know, I wish I could have more of that kind of theme. If I could change one thing about Halloween Horror Nights in Orlando, it would be to make houses grouped like they do out here. They pulse houses. You go and you hold a rope or something, and you go in as a group. I think that's fun. I think that's exciting. Number 7, what is your worst experience at HHN? Well, I think it's at 2001. I was in line for Pitch Black, which was an awesome haunted house, completely in the dark. The scare actors wore black and had like glowing masks, and they would like dangle stuff on your neck. So like it was really, really sensory, and like you actually jumped through like a trampoline when you walked in. It was crazy. It was absolutely crazy. But there were these insanely drunk girls. They were really, really like rude and mean. But I mean, so you can't really take it off of the event. It was just the people that are around you. And sometimes the people that are around you can destroy events. You see people punch walls and stuff, and you're like, come on, man, I want to enjoy this. I hate it when I see people like take stuff, like, I got it now, it's mine. And like, well, I mean, if we all took something, the haunted house would just not be there. Number 8, change one thing about Halloween Horror Nights. Well, I guess that would be probably grouping, or the ability to actually have real extreme houses, like putting cockroaches and stuff on you, like to get a personal Halloween experience. They do that over at Hallow Scream, the Alone thing. I mean, that might not be the best example. It becomes more like theater when it's not a haunted house, but I enjoy doing that. I used to work in a haunted house that was extremely intimate. We used to send people in like 2 or 3 groups at a time with 1 or 2 or 3 groups at a time. People in a group with like 1 or 2 people. So it was a really extreme experience because somebody could drop and then you have to go through the house by yourself. What maze would I want to bring back? I guess if I could show a maze that I want everyone to see, it would be the Living Doll maze that was here last year. That was incredible. It felt like you were a part of a story. It was a bit short, but it was incredible. Also, the Exorcist haunted house out here is completely different from every other house out here. There was a part where you walked down a hallway and there was the priest, and he comes up to you and he gives you a bottle, and the bottle, he said, this is holy water, you have to spray it on Reagan. And the guy spoke English to me, and you walk into the room and there's Reagan in the bed, and you have the holy water. The power of Christ compels you, and she pukes all over you. Now, that's the point where you're not in a haunted house. This haunted house isn't about the exorcist. You are the exorcist. That's incredible. That's incredible. They are literally writing the movies. And last, number 10, what smell do you not want to return? Everyone's going to say poop. Everyone's going to say poop. They have had vomit in the past, but I think the one smell I don't want to return is my BO. All right, that's my tags, everybody. So if I'm going to tag people once again, I want to tag Eric Yates of Behind the Thrills, and I also want Mike Aiello to put in his 2 cents. Answer the ones that he can. Maybe skip the ones that he can't. If he can, that'd be awesome. After that, as I always say, you can do it. I can do it. We can all do it. You guys stay scared. Have a wonderful day. Peace.